Hey everybody, this is Tell the Truth Sports Radio. I'm your host, Ron Fitch, and I want to go over the last playoff games and where we are in this round one. Crazy, crazy events that took place. Um, I want to start with the Knicks and Celtics. The first game, the Celtics blew a big lead. The Knicks come back and beat them. All right. The second game, the Celtics come out and they shot too many threes. But the second game, like he drove a little more. There was a little more force. But Porzingis can't give him what they gave him last year because he said he's got some illness and he says he has trouble breathing. I don't know if I want to play him because the health is more important in the NBA playoffs. But anyway, the Knicks that the Knicks were down 20. They cut the lead to 12 at the end of the third quarter. I was like, Boston learned their lesson. They're going to come and do what they go. And Tatum wasn't terrible. People were getting all over Tatum. Tatum was solid at the end of the game to the last play. Knicks come all the way back. And once Brunson makes a terrific layup and they go up three with 56 seconds left, okay. Tatum makes the two plays to give him the lead. And that last play to give him the lead, that was a great set play. He's driving down the center of the court. They got caught. Mitchell Robinson's a good defender on a switch, flies past him and dunks it. I don't think the Knicks were ready for that. That was a nice set play. Now, this is where the game was lost. The goat of the game, and I love this guy, Drew Holladay. He played Jalen Brunson, and this has not gotten spoke of all the shows I've listened to. He played Jalen Brunson like he was trying to foul him because they had a foul to give. When he fouled him, I said, do they have a foul again? He's going to the line. I'm like, this is the dumbest thing I've ever seen. He's too smart a player to make that dumb of a play. He guarded him. If he didn't guard him straight up, make Jalen Brunson take a little step back shot that he normally makes, just make him make the shot. Don't foul a great free throw shooter and lose the game like that. Because that's panic. That was panic defense. Makes the free throws, and then you know what happened. The Knicks, I think mentally, Mitchell Robinson knew that Boston was going to run the same plays. It looked like he backed away a little, moved his feet really good, forced him to his left. Jalen Brunson, he fumbled the ball a little bit, drove, and the Knicks are so connected to help Kane. Bridges with another steal, let's seal the game, and they win. And they're up 2-0. And I want to tell you, one thing that has not been mentioned in any broadcast. The Knicks, because of how they got pushed around and shoved around physically, they're coming into this Boston series like, wow, these guys aren't even that physical. We got beat up, though. They got beat up, outplayed, pushed around, almost after, Durham is a Hulk. Trying to box him out. He's so strong. They're strong at the middle. Detroit was really physical. And they threw away a couple of games because Detroit could have and should have won that series. The Knicks survived that. Boston had an easy series against the Orlando Magic. And I saw that series like, man, they shoot a lot of threes. So they come in kind of in a finesse way, and they try to finesse a battle-tested Knicks team. And Knicks like, are you kidding me? And you could tell the series against Detroit emboldened and surviving that physical punishment, going against against a championship team, finesse kind of 3-point team, decent, good defense, but in a finesse kind of way. That just the Knicks because the first game Horford guarded Towns real good. And I'm like, come on, man, you're 27, he's 37. Get around him. And Karl Towns realized, he looked at the Celtics, they're putting smaller guys on me, and you put in an older guy on me, I'm going around this joker. Horford's a good defender, but he's older. Real good defender, but he's older. And Karl Towns in the first half did what he's supposed to do. And then Bridges and Brunson, as usual, they call him Brunson Burner, finishes off voted the best clutch player in the NBA, warranted that label. finish Boston off. They're down 2-0. Boston, they're not done. I don't listen to none of these pundits. What they could do, and I don't know if they will, they're going to add a little more physicality to their defense because the Knicks saw Detroit. They saw Durham. They saw Thompson. Thompson long. Cunningham is tall. Cunningham, you see that picture of me and that other guy, Cade Cunningham there. I interviewed him when he was at Mount Verde. So I put that picture up there. They were long, they were strong and physical. Boston has Tatum and Brown, the greatness of Tatum and Brown, and great shooters. But Holladay is slowed down a little. I don't know that injury. He was just a monster ball defender on defense. And I'm telling you right now, the Knicks were really, 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 really playing. They were connected. And Bridges, you're getting the Phoenix Bridges. You know why? Because Bridges is comfortable. He's in his comfort zone finally. It takes a while when guys come together and you're playing in the playoffs. And now he's feeling like he's Phoenix Bridges that got them to the finals along with Chris Paul in 2021. And you're getting that guy. And in Bridges' mind, like, I could guard these guys. And they've got Towns and Bridges just for Boston this year. And it's working out. But what the Knicks have to do, because Boston's going to play, Tatum's going to play better, and Brown definitely going to play better. And they're going to try to shoot threes better. I wonder how physical they will, because they're going to be desperate. And the Knicks can play way better. They have to stop the goofy turnovers. And Deuce McBride, instead of just making one jump shot a game, make a couple of jump shots when you're open. When fans cheer, Deuce, make the shot, man. Now, they also have to execute their half-court offense better, continue the same intensity, keep the game close. If it's because Boston's going to play well, Boston's going to play hard in this game 3. But if it's close, fans are going to keep the fans in the game. Don't get down 20 this time. Hang around, and then do what you've been doing all playoffs. Close. Defensively, close. Offensively. That is how you do it. Now, in the other Eastern Conference matchup, Indiana's up 2-0. Indiana's playing good. Indiana is they're really playing now. Granted, you're missing Garland in the first game, Garland and Hunter and Mobley, your second best player on the team, your shot blocker, your all everything player out. But Cleveland should have won. They goofed around in the last minute, unfortunately, with the couldn't rebound the foul shot. And Halberg gets his own rebound. That's ridiculous. And then what you got to do is Ty Jerome is got to make in a 2-point game. Halliburton loves that step back three. You gotta force the drive. If he drives, scores, ties the game, you're going to overtime. And that instance, we step back. I said, this game's over. He's making it. He made it. Game's over. It depends on. Now, if all 3 of those players are playing in Indiana, I give them a chance. If none of them are playing, they're getting swept. And it's unfortunate because they're injured. And Indiana is really good, and they're playing really smart. Halliburton lets the game come to him because, I tell you, Siakam, he's a champion, and he plays like a champion. He goes inside with the turnaround jumper. He'll hit a 3, plays great defense. He does what he has to do. But the guy that really hurt the Knicks last year, hurt the Bucks, he's hurting Cleveland, is Aaron Nesmith. He's a playoff performer, making threes. He's 5 of 8. He was 5 of 8 from 3 the last game. 23 points. Turner's going to give you points. And Nembhard, so solid. Nembhard and Cade Cunningham and the kid I interviewed from Toronto and Moses Moody were all on the same team in high school. I got to interview all of those guys, and because it came out to Jersey, and man, I was like, that's a great team, but that was a great, smart, athletic team. And you can see how good they are in the NBA. So yeah, Knicks got a long way to go. But I think the Pacers, because of Cleveland's injured, probably going to make the finals again in the Eastern Conference. I just want New York and Indiana. It's a classic series. Reggie Miller will probably be there. They're boo him. Halliburton loves going against New York being a villain. New York wants revenge. The Indiana Pacers can't stand the Knicks. It's just the rate. You know what? The Knicks are ratings. I guarantee you the Knicks have more ratings because of the fans, the garden, the celebrities, how hard they play. If they play in the end, that's good for basketball. Now they got a long way to go because I'm gonna tell you something. Boston is not going out like that. Now in the other series, I was a little disappointed in how the Timberwolves just didn't really bring it, didn't try as hard as they did in the last series against. I think they played like they accomplished something big in the first round against a zesty. I'm gonna use the word against a zesty Laker team. I wasn't impressed at all. Like most people, I was not impressed. They didn't play any defense. They didn't have any size. LeBron was hurt, and it was a mess. And then Gold State has got the heart of a champion. Now they're down 13-5 so far in the second game. Well, Gold State took the first game. And I don't think Curry is going to return this series. But I have so much trust in Steve Kerr and Golden State, and I don't trust Minnesota because I don't know if Julius Randle could be. Julius Randle's got to be the role player. I think Julius Randle wants to be a second option. I think Nasri should be a second option. I think he makes great shots, or McDaniels. Those are your two guys instead of Randle. Randle's the fourth option. And then Ant-Man's got to be great. But what I think Kurt's going to do, he's going to switch. He's going to be Butler, you're the primary. Draymond, you facilitate. Buddy Hield, you're the second guy. He's going to just flip it, and we play defense, and then Kuminga and all those other guys have to play big and rebound. Gobert's not going to get 27 and 20. I don't think Gobert had that kind of game since he was about 10 years old. Golden State is too well coached, and they're too tough-minded to allow that nonsense. But it should be a long series. I expect Minnesota to win tonight. Split. Golden State could win Game 5 and Game 6. Golden State, I don't think they're scared of going into Minnesota, even without Curry. If they win the series, I think Curry comes back for the next series. And the Nuggets and Thunder, the Thunder overwhelmed the Nuggets and got stage fright, and they ended up choking the game away, and Joker over 40 points doing what he had to do. But Holmgren missing those free throws at the end of game one. Denver steals game two. They got overwhelmed in game three, 149 to 106, because Alexander, CGA was better. Williams was better. He was bad. Holmgren was solid. Holmgren and Hartenstein are the two-headed monsters to slow down. Have to slow down Joker. And then the others on Denver didn't go off like they did before, Gordon and Murray. They didn't go crazy like they did before. They were off. But the one thing that OKC did that should scare Denver is they got points. Joe had 14, Wiggins had 10, Mitchell had 10, the other Williams had points, and everybody scored. And they're very deep, and they come at you in waves. Caruso, which had a great first game. Caruso's a dangerous guy. The key to this series is games 3 and 4 in Denver. How does this young OKC team handle the altitude and the home court and Joker and then Murray and those other guys play a lot better in Denver? How do they handle that? Because in their mindset, let's get one. And then the 2 out of 3 are at home, and our home, we're better. We're younger, but we're better. And we get to 7, we're going to the next round. It depends on where game 5 is. After game 5, if it's 3-2 Denver, they can close them out. Just 3-2 OKC. OKC can get them at 7. That's going to be such a great series. So there you have it.